I hate you, Pat. Oh, man.
Hey, Pat is back.
Oh, my
Pat
God. I
is
got y'all
back.
last week, but
Hey, he
Lord,
just let you win last week.
I let you win last week.
I told you he let you win last week.
Man.
Pat is back.
You know I'm back.
Hey, he
Okay.
wasn't even straining, man.
What
was
did he do?
holding that
Did he
thing,
wait till we started? What did anybody see that?
I don't know.
He
I didn't
started
see
on
no.
time.
I started on
He started on time.
There you go.
I appreciate it. I'm gonna shake your
All
hand.
right.
Yeah, shake his hand.
Yeah.
Well, let me win next week then. Let me win next week
He
then.
just let you take it, baby. He let you
I'll
take
think
it.
about it. Oh, right.
Hey, look at here. Well, hey, Macon County, how y'all doing tonight? I know everybody doing great. Everybody doing great tonight. It's a beautiful night, Booty Rush.
Beautiful night, man. You can get outside.
A little
and
chilly, though.
Yeah.
It's a little chilly.
A little chilly.
But guess what? It is 2019.
Yep, there it is.
There you go.
All
There
day
it
long.
is.
10 days in the new
Wow.
year.
Yes. And
Wow.
look, like I said, a beautiful night. It's a little
Beautiful
chilly,
night.
but it's a beautiful,
Beautiful
night.
night,
yeah.
But we are blessed.
That's right.
We
That's
will
right.
never see this night again.
Never.
Nope.
We will never see this night
Never,
again.
ever.
Never, ever. But guess what? We got a great show tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
we got some great people
Delicious
in the
show.
building.
We got a
do.
delicious
Yes,
show.
We
do.
got some great people in the building tonight. And I say again, hello, Macon County. Hello, Facebook Live. Glad you joined us. And we going to get on with it.
Okay.
100.7 FM WUBZ with DJ Booty Rush at Hear Me TV. Tuskegee Virtual TV, channel 181 in town, channel 19 on campus with Pat Wallace, director, Kimberly Wright, Butch Baxter, and Jordan. I love that thing. Hey,
100.
100. And guess
That's
what?
it.
We got CBTV in the house.
CBTV in the
Yes.
building.
CBTV in the house. And guess who we got tonight?
We got some special guests.
Chief Frazier in the house tonight to
Rick
talk
Villa.
about the event that happened to him this weekend.
yeah.
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 That
But guess
was-
what? We also got Joe Turner
in the
Yep.
building.
Hey,
Yes.
and everybody know what Joe Turner don't they?
Yes, sir.
Hey,
That's right.
Joe
He's in the
does a
building.
beautiful job what he does.
Right.
And we're going to
That's
let
it.
him speak. I'm not going to even talk about it
That's
right
right.
now.
Yeah.
We're going to let him come in and talk. But we're going to get on with the sheriff report so we can get on the real business
That's
tonight.
it. That's
Okay.
it. Okay.
And again, this sheriff report is to help the people in this community
Right.
and in this county. It definitely lets you know what's going on around the county.
Absolutely.
So let's take advantage of that.
Okay.
And here we go.
All right.
Between the dates of January the 4th through January the 10th, the Macon County Sheriff Department in the last 7 days has received 69 volunteer fire transmissions, 1,145 landline calls, 131 E911 calls, 1,071 radio transmissions for a total of 2,416.
Now that's
Boy,
way
that's
down. We had
Oh,
3,500
man,
last
yeah,
week.
Yeah,
Right.
we more
Wow.
than 1,000 calls
That's
down.
good. That's real
Hey,
good.
you know what? That could be a great sign.
That's right.
Could be a great sign.
The new year.
We started the new year down
Start
anyway.
the new year off down.
That's
That's
right.
it.
That's right.
That's
That's
good.
right.
So that's a great job,
Great thing.
community.
Yeah, right.
We had 15 complaints. We answered 15 complaints on 1-4. We had arrest for promoting prison contraband. And I keep telling you, you come down to jail with that mess, you're going to be in the jail.
Right.
Do
Longer,
not
yeah.
bring contraband to the jail. That's just crazy.
That is.
And y'all already know
you're going to be in
you're
jail.
going to be in jail. You already know
Longer.
I don't mind chasing you now. We going to find them. But you know what? People come up there and do some crazy stuff.
Right.
They'll walk in and put contraband in the restrooms
Wow.
and things like that. And I mean, common sense knows cameras everywhere.
Right.
Common sense knows that people see you when you come in, people see you when you go out.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? People come around back and try to throw stuff over the
Right.
fence and
my
everything,
goodness.
place it around the garbage can. I'm just telling y'all out there that I know because we see you.
That's right.
And most of the time we get you.
That's right.
Y'all
Yeah.
need to stop doing that, man. That is
Okay.
crazy, man.
Right.
You know, I know
Wow.
one guy say he got paid $5 to come throw something over the fence, and when we caught him, he spent about 3 months in jail.
Wow.
Had to pay a whole lot. Is that worth $5?
$5.
Oh, no.
Come on, man. You not thinking,
Wow.
man.
Yeah.
And you know we out there watching.
Right,
So
right.
please, y'all, don't bring
Wow.
no contraband up there.
Right.
And I'm going to try everything I can to get you and put you in jail for promoting prison contraband. It is
Wow.
illegal.
It's illegal. That's
You
right.
know what I'm saying? Don't do it, okay? That's just smart living.
Right,
Don't
right,
do
right.
it. Okay? So we had arrest for promoting prison contraband on 1-4. On 1-4 County Road 10, we had a property damage. On 1-5 County Road 10, we had property damage. On 1-5 Foster Street apartment, I'm not going to tell the apartment, we had a stolen tag. On 1-5 Creekstone Drive, we had a stolen tag. People stealing tags, man, and you
Wow.
put them on their vehicles and possibly using them in crime.
Exactly.
So make sure that your tag is on there. And if you do, if you're missing your tag, please give us a call.
Okay.
Okay, we had arrest on 1-5 for a probation violation. On 1-5 Fitzpatrick Road, we had a property damage. On 1-5, we had arrest for a failure to appear. On 1-5, we had arrest for a probation violation. On 1-7 Sinclair Road, we had harassment. On 1-8 U.S. Highway 80 East, we had harassment. On 1-8 on Falcon Lane, we had harassment. On 1-8, we had arrest for menacing. On 1-9, we had arrest for receiving stolen property. On 1-9, we had arrest for a murder by the U.S. Marshals and the Macon County Sheriff Department.
Okay.
Which is great. You know, it's glad to hear those U.S. Marshals around here.
Yeah, they're busy.
And they are busy. And they come anytime we call, and anything that happens, you know, it's teamwork.
Right.
And that's just a great thing, great working with other agencies in our community.
Absolutely.
So I already commend those guys for doing that and helping keep our community safe.
Great.
Which is a very, very good thing.
Absolutely.
Okay. So I'm going to say hello to the people on Facebook Live again, just like the people here in Macon County. Wanted to say hello, and I know Booty Rush always joined us here from the studio.
Oh, yeah.
And Miss Edna Woodson is watching. Hello, Edna. How you doing? Patrick Waller joined us from the studio. Willie Gilmore is watching. He says hello. Edna Woodson says Happy New Year to everybody.
All right.
My daughter T. Bronson is watching, and she said, "Hey, Dad." So I had to say hey to my baby and hey to her son,
Right.
little Jeremy, big man,
Big man.
and all my kids out there at home listening and watching. And T. Bronson sends a heart and a love with a smiley face to everybody. Willie Gilmore says, "Happy New Year." Steen Pine is watching. How you doing, Steen? How you doing?
Steen.
Just want to say congratulations on the new grandbaby.
Grandbaby.
Yeah, I see her all the time. And that's a great thing.
Right.
Our friend Brenda Bryan is watching. Want to say thank you, Brenda, for always watching.
That's right.
And always supporting us, you know, here at the show and at our job.
That's right.
You know, she's always there. Sophia Nims is watching. Hello, Sophia. How you doing? Brenda Brown says good evening. Steen says hi, everybody. Tashawn Shepard is watching. Hey, Tashawn, how you doing, man? Nita Power, how you doing? Happy New Year to everybody, and thank you for joining us. Tashawn Shepard says, love the beat. What you gonna do? Hey, Kimberly Motor City Kitty. She's
Kitty,
the
what's
way.
up?
How you doing, Kitty? She says, hello, everybody. Missing y'all, and we miss you too. Jason McWater Sr. is watching. Hey, Jason, how you doing? Great guy. Cynthia Norris. Hey, Cynthia, how you doing? And Jason says, what's up, Sheriff and family? And I know everybody has to give him a wave to everybody on Facebook Live. And Jason there, thank you. Hey, my cousin, Joseph Work is watching from Georgia. Wave from Georgia. How you doing? He says, hello, cuz. Joe loves you all. And thank you, Joe. Anita Joy is watching. Kiana Provo is watching. Hey, Kiana. Hey, Anita Joy. How you doing? Philander Ezel is watching. Hope you're not working at Walmart tonight, darling.
Drill.
Hello, Drill. And thank you for joining the show. My cousin David Brunson from Atlanta. How you doing, Dave? Hello to my family. They watching from everywhere. Deshaun Shepard says 100. Philinda Ezel says hello, family, and Happy New Year. Katrisa Campbell says hello. How you doing? Cherry Jean Purifo and John Lowe says hello. How y'all doing, my sister and brother, everybody out there? Lovely Lane says hello and Happy New Year. Sherry says, hey, Sheriff, how you doing, Sherry, and everybody in the Lowe family. Gail Jackson Crowell is watching, says hello. Teresa Harris is watching, says hello. Cynthia Richardson is watching, says hello. Mike Provo, my great investigator, says hello, and hello to you, family. How you doing? I know you had a hard day's work. I saw you out there with some traffic details tonight, brother. Enjoyed lunch with you today, too. And that's with all my investigators. We had a great time at lunch along with Captain Whitehead today. And we just sit there at lunch and talk about some business and what we need to do new in the community here to keep everybody safe.
Right.
And we do that with everybody, the other chiefs, and we sit down and talk about it. And the best place to talk is while you're full and eat, man.
Oh, yeah.
You can relax and be comfortable.
Yeah.
So great minds work together when they full and happy.
Yeah,
and I know y'all know that, right?
Yeah.
Sure do, buddy.
Oh, yeah.
Teresa Harris says, Happy New Year. Cynthia Richardson says, hello, Sheriff, and hello to you, Cynthia. How you doing? Happy New Year. And Mike Provo says, what's up, Sheriff, and the radio crew.
What's
So
up,
that's
Mike?
what we
What's
have
up?
on Facebook
Yeah.
Live right now. And again, I got to say hello to everybody in Macon County, and thank you for joining. And, I like to talk to everybody, especially the people in Macon County. But when you join us on Facebook Live, at least we can talk back and forth.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And communicating and getting your output and your input is great.
Right.
So really love that, and that's why we're talking to the people on Facebook Live, because they get to tell their feelings what's going on and join our conversation.
That's it.
So even though you're watching at home or you hear us on the radio, go to Facebook Live so you can put some input in and let us know you're watching.
And share it with your friends.
And
Share it with your friends while we on.
That's
Share
right.
it.
Hey,
Right.
look, why don't we do the drop right quick and then bring Joe in?
Okay. That
let's do
sounds
that.
good.
Yeah, let's do the
Sounds
drop
good.
so we can bring him in right.
Yeah, we got to bring Mr. Joe Turner.
Hey,
in.
Tuskegee.
Here we go, y'all. We'll be back.
Roll on up here. Watch the Macon County Sheriff's Report with Sheriff Andre Brunson every day at 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. on Tuskegee Virtual TV, Channel 181 in town, and Channel 19 on the TU campus, hosted by DJ Booty Rush. Be sure to check out our live stream every Thursday evening on YouTube at Tuskegee Virtual. We're keeping Tuskegee in the know.
And you know this. And you know this. And you know
And we're back. We're back. We got a
Hey.
special guest in the building. Y'all stand up and give him a big warm welcome. We got Mr. Joe Turner in the building. Y'all stand up and give him a warm welcome. Let's go.
Let's go. Let's go.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Hey, Joe, also look back there at Facebook Live and get him a wave there. Hey, on Facebook Live. There you go.
In the
Hey,
building.
and you got to look out there in the TV artists and get him a wave, too, out there. There you go.
We love y'all.
Hey, there you go. So that's Joe Turner here. But let me say this first.
Okay.
Macon County Economic Development Authority.
Okay.
When you think about major investment and retail recruitment, think about the Macon County Economic Development Authority. This organization also nurtures existing businesses and helps emerging businesses get on their feet. Led by a board that represents every town and institution in Macon County, MCEDA is committed to growth and prosperity throughout the community. Want more information on MCEDA? Visit www.madeinmacon.com. We welcome MCEDA to our network of supporters.
Okay. Wow.
Hey.
Hey.
And introducing Mr. Joe Turner.
Turner.
Hey,
Thank you, Sheriff. Appreciate you.
All right.
Appreciate all three of you.
Oh, yeah.
And the team that puts it together.
Yes,
right.
yes. So what you got going on, Joe?
We have a lot going on. We've got a lot of course, we missed our T100 project
Yes.
by just a hair, but Clemson lost last year. And they came back and they won this year.
Yes, they did.
So there's nothing wrong with being in the final two for the
Yeah,
biggest defense procurement in the decade.
Right.
So we feel good. The unity we built. We've got prospects coming in next week that learned about us from T100.
Well, that's
Wow.
great. That's
and
great.
we
That's
built
great.
a coalition around the world, really,
Right.
from Italy to Little Texas.
Wow.
So we're
Right.
happy.
Well, you know, everybody worked so hard on that, man. And I saw you rolling. I saw the team rolling. We had a lot of meetings about
Right.
it. You know, it really touched a lot of people.
Right.
But it also educated a lot of people.
Right.
And we were talking about something earlier about being workforce ready.
Absolutely.
And Joe, tell us how important that is.
Well, it's very important. It doesn't do us a lot of good in economic development to recruit the jobs and to recruit the industries here if we're not ready to get those jobs.
Absolutely.
Right.
When we get up every day, we want to improve the lives of Macon County citizens first and foremost.
Right.
And we know that some jobs will come from other areas, but we're trying to create opportunity right here for our citizens.
Right.
And even if you're employed, you may be underemployed.
Right.
And you need to go to some of these jobs where you can support your family, make your car payment, send your kids to school. So, but Sheriff, we got a lot going on. We got Exit 38, we got Exit 22, we got some expanding industries, we've got a whole list full of prospects that are looking at our industrial sites, and economic development is a worldwide business right now. I'm working with Turkish companies.
Wow.
We're working with Korean companies, a Canadian company.
Wow.
And so if you go to mademacon.com, our website's in 12 different languages.
Wow, that's good. That is great.
Farsi, Mandarin, because you have to today.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
you do. Yeah,
And,
you do.
and the one thing we did do is we put Macon County, Tuskegee on the map
Right.
in the economic development world.
Okay.
And I can
Right.
just tell you we touch a lot of projects. And a lot of what I do is confidentiality. I have to sign agreements. I'm working with companies. I'm working
Wow.
with the State Department of Commerce.
Okay.
But I don't mind coming on the show
Right,
and
right,
going
right.
to the grassroots and being as transparent as we can, because
Right.
we want everybody involved in this.
Absolutely.
That's great. That's
And,
great.
so I think you'll be pleased, especially on the retail side at exit 38 and at exit 22. We got the Burger King and Popeyes will be going. It's
Okay.
already started construction next
Okay.
to Love's and Shorter. And we've got, we'll probably close by the end of February on the Tuskegee Travel Center, which will be Huddle House, Little Caesars Pizza, a C-store. We'll have electric car charging stations.
Okay.
In 10 years, half the vehicles on the road will be
Yes,
electric.
Absolutely,
yeah,
yeah.
be electric
And
cars.
we've got Greyhound bus terminal coming
Okay.
in there we've got a guarantee of 2 northbound, 2 southbound buses that when we get open, so you can go to exit 38 and get on a bus and go anywhere in the United States right
Wow.
here from Tuskegee, Macon County.
Wow, that is great.
So,
that
we're
sounds
excited.
good.
Yeah.
That sounds real
Exit
good.
38 gonna be great.
So that's very exciting.
Right.
And with those places coming means jobs.
That's right.
So we got to be ready. We got to be prepared to get those jobs.
Right, right.
And the economics of Macon County, man, can be, I mean, it would just make the place so wonderful. We already have a great county, great community, but just think if people were putting money into the community and the county like they want to.
That's right.
Like Joe said, we didn't get T100, but we knew it wasn't the end of the world.
That's right.
We
That's right.
knew that people were going to be coming here because what we have to offer. And we have a lot of good things to offer.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
So some people put their heads down, but don't put your head down.
Right,
You know,
right.
you stand up, you raise up, and you get ready for the next great thing.
Right, right.
And so that is great news, Joe. That is great news.
Well, and I wanted to give everybody in Macon County a sense of what developing at our interstates mean.
Okay.
Macon County has 5 exits on I-85.
Right.
That's as many exits as Opelika
Right.
and 2 more exits than Auburn.
Right.
Wow.
And
Yeah,
so
that's
we've
great.
got the same cars, the same
Pass
trucks passing by right down the spine of Macon County.
Right.
Is Auburn, Opelika, West Point, LaGrange,
right.
Prattville. So what we've tried to do is monetize and as a goal of the Economic Development Authority, get people, those cars and trucks
Right.
off that interstate.
Right,
Because if we can
right.
get them off the interstate, we can get them into Tuskegee,
That's right.
go to Notasulga, go to Franklin.
Right.
The Love's Travel Center at Shorter is now, by previous statistics, the number 2 Love's store in the United States.
Wow.
So we're becoming
Man,
a very,
wow.
That's
yeah,
dope.
we're world class.
Can we
in
get him a
lot
round
of
of
ways.
applause?
Give
for
him a
that?
round of
Give him
applause.
for that.
Definitely deserve it.
Shorter.
Hey, man.
And we got 85 people working in that one one
Wow,
travel
85
center.
people. working
85
at Travel
people.
Center. Well, when you get off at that exit, it just looks so good.
It does.
It does really look good. And then they've already broken ground on other things. And, man, it just looked like they moving, and they are moving.
yeah.
But one thing I also have to say, exit 38 looks so much better with the work they've done to the road and the sides of the road where they're
Right.
working at. It looks so much better,
Right,
Joe.
right.
And we can't wait till they get started over there, putting that Huddle House in
Ooh-wee.
and the pizza place,
Ooh-wee.
and it's just somewhere that, a lot of people get off that exit expecting something.
Right.
And it just makes it look better and be a lot safer when people can pull there and find something. Everybody looking for gas, everybody looking for food.
Right.
And that highway is traveled.
Right.
So many people travel I-85.
Right, right.
And that would be great for Tuskegee.
Yeah.
So
Great,
I commend you on your work. I commend everybody that worked, and worked with Joe on this, getting people workforce ready,
Right.
and getting the information out to people,
Absolutely.
and just getting everybody in the community prepared.
Right, right.
And as we said, if you don't have the education right now, go out and get the
Get it, yeah,
education.
yeah.
We talked last week about making it a New Year resolution.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Some people are afraid to think people going to talk down on them for just getting their high school diploma or getting a certificate for doing certain things. No, man. Yeah. It's always good to better yourself and better your family. And I don't care what age you are. You see people graduate from college at 60 years old. People graduate from high school, you know, at a late age. That's okay.
That's okay.
You need to get it so you can better yourself and better your community.
That's right.
And it's never too late.
Never too late.
So let's just get ready for it.
Right.
Well, and I think too, Sheriff, that it's important that all of our citizens learn customer service.
Yeah,
customer service.
Very important.
You know, smile when the customers. What can I do for you? Because we want Tuskegee, Macon County, Shorter, Notasulga, Franklin, all the places in our county to be friendly. People want to come back, and what we've tried to do at Exit 38 is make it a destination location. We're going to theme that Tuskegee Airmen, Tuskegee University. We're working with a hotel developer, maybe something about an 85-room hotel with some convention space. We've talked to Shoney's Corporation with their new brand of store. We got Popeyes that will be probably breaking ground by the end of February at Exit 38. So so there's a lot going on, and each one of these stores, 20, 30, 40, 50 jobs. And you know, their management trainee positions and their jobs for TU students perhaps that are trying to work their way through school. And the most important thing, Sheriff, is this creates a lot of tax revenue that funds our law enforcement officers, funds Dr. Brooks and the Macon County school system, funds the operations of the cities, Shorter, Tuskegee, Notasulga, and it's important. And that's money usually from people that don't even live here. When a diesel truck fills up, it buys $250 worth of
that's right. That's definitely
and that money stays here in our community instead of riding down the road to Opelika, Montgomery.
You're absolutely right.
Absolutely right.
Absolutely right.
And I'm very excited. And he said something great. You know, he said maybe they'll be breaking ground by the end of February. And that's very soon.
Yeah. That's next month.
The deal's signed. I mean, this. Oh wow! Yeah, this isn't build it and hope they come. We've got deals actively in the works.
Wow,
they're
is great.
Very complicated, and we've been working for years. And it has been a team effort. Utility Board of Tuskegee, City of Tuskegee, Town of Shore, everybody works together. There should be no room between us when we get down to creating jobs, opportunity for our people. So
great. That's great.
We're very excited about that. And I will say too, Sheriff, so people understand the work at the interstate, the northbound lane at Exit 38, they're adding a third lane
I see
and
that.
another 200 feet beyond the bridge going towards Auburn. So trucks and cars will have a long ramp and on-ramp
to merge on.
Same thing going on at Wire Road exit, Exit 42, and then the southbound lane at the Tallahassee exit. Same thing. We got 3 of our 5 exits that are getting interstate improvements. Thanks.
That's going to be great.
Man, that is great. That is great. And it's good to see everybody working together. You know, and with these new businesses coming, you know, and everything growing in Macon County, hey, law enforcement got to get better too. You know, we got to step up and do what we do. And it's very important that we're prepared to handle the extra stuff. We got to protect people. We got to protect their property. And people want to know that we're able to do that when they're bringing their businesses here to Macon County. So, you know, I encourage and I know all the law enforcement here in Macon County going to step up. We got some great people. We got some great little cities here, great towns in Macon County. And we all work together.
That's right.
And, you know, that's one of the things I promised when I was elected sheriff. We're going to try to work together for the betterment of the people and the betterment of this county and community. And we have been doing that. But we all have room for improvement, and we all going to work better and better to get these crime statistics down where they need to be. And I think everything has gotten better. You know, I'm going to knock on wood and say we're going to keep improving, and that's everybody.
Sheriff, and I would say this too, you know, it's important, even if you got a ding in life, you got some credit problems, you got a past arrest record, if you're ready to get your life together, I think Judge Biggers, the sheriff department, everybody, I've talked to ministerial, all the ministers, we're willing to help. Because we got to get everybody. We got to get you out of the shadows and into the game, because we need people working. And we got to fill these jobs. We create these jobs. We don't want people coming from Columbus, Georgia to work in Tuskegee. We want our people to work these jobs. So don't be afraid. I did want to give a quick shout out for the Career Tech Center, Trentham Community College in Montgomery. We got a grant, and we got free tuition and free programs for manufacturing training.
Okay.
Right
Wow.
here in Tuskegee Career Tech. We can't fill the classes up.
Wow.
So we need to fill these classes up. If you want an opportunity, you can spend several weeks, get your certificate, and you can walk out into these manufacturing plants, and you can get you a $18, $15, $18,
That's going on
$20,
now.
$30 job. That's going on right now.
Wow.
Right now.
You
You
can
need to get that
contact Trenum. You can contact the Macon County Board of Education.
I need to get that
Contact
information.
MCEDA, and we'll send you to the right place.
Right,
Free
right.
tuition. You just
Free
gotta.
tuition.
You just gotta want it.
You gotta want it.
Just gotta want it.
Hey, you got to want to do better.
That's right.
Hey, especially for your family.
Absolutely.
Especially for your family.
That's great, though. That's good to
So
know.
that is great, and that is great news, Joe. Always a pleasure working with you. And I know we got Chief Frazier back here, and I saw Chief Frazier with you doing a preview of Exit 38.
Oh, yeah.
Chief's
Oh,
been
yeah.
great.
And
Yeah,
that
Chief's
was
my man.
really,
He's-
really,
he has.
hey,
He's
that
been
was
great.
really, really
was a
good.
great interview.
He
and
does a
very,
good job.
very important to the people of Macon County,
Absolutely.
because if everybody like me, I pass Exit 38 almost every day and say, wow, man, I hope they get started soon.
Right, right.
You know, wishing they'll get started, because I know how important it is to the people here.
Absolutely.
So now we have some concrete news
You do.
about what's going on at Exit 38.
Yep.
And it is great news.
That's right.
It's good news.
Great
It's going
news,
to
great
happen.
news.
Not finna happen. It's going to happen. Yeah.
So you got something to say back?
Yeah, I just wanted to thank you, Joe, for coming on the show tonight.
Thank you,
And
Patrick.
we give you an open door. Whenever you have some really good news or anything you want to share with the community, please come in and see us.
Well, and I want people on Facebook, and I want your audience to know Joe Turner moved to Tuskegee about a year and a half ago.
Okay.
I'm not gonna sell Macon County and not be part of it.
Yeah,
There you go.
absolutely.
So I'm
Hey,
a citizen.
give him a round of applause.
I'm
Give him a round of
Hold on,
applause.
let me find them. There they go.
Hey,
Go Joe, go Joe, go Joe.
hey, that's a
Go,
perfect
Joe.
opportunity to talk about the sheriff swearing in
That's
next
right,
week.
man.
Yeah.
Let me say that then. Yeah, it is a perfect opportunity to say, hey, and I want to thank the community, first of all, you know, for the first 4 years.
Okay.
And, you know, I really appreciate it. It's really a pleasure and really an honor to be the sheriff here, following the great sheriffs that were before me.
Right.
And I want to continue the legacy. I want to do what they did, and that was really, really protecting this community and people's property, and just being, you know, somebody that cares in the community.
Right.
I'm not just a sheriff just to arrest people and do that. I really care about this community.
Right.
And that's one of the reasons I'm here, and I'm here every Thursday night, because I care about the community.
Absolutely.
And I want to help in any way.
Absolutely.
So any way that I can help, I'm available. And I keep telling everybody I have an open door policy. Anytime you got any problem, people bring their problem, and I sit there and listen.
Right.
And that's a great thing.
Right, right.
But, you know, I'm looking forward to the next 4 years. The first 4 years were good. I really enjoyed the first 4 years.
Right.
But I'm looking more forward to the next 4 years,
right,
to
right.
do better things
Right,
for this
right.
community.
Absolutely.
You know, and it's just not me doing these things. Everybody that works at the Macon County Sheriff Department, you know, I have to commend everybody from the patrolmen to the people in the back that work in the back of the jail, you know, to the investigators, you know, dispatch,
Right.
you know, my assistants up in the office, to the volunteers that work. Everybody do a
Everybody.
great job. And we try to promote, you know, community policing.
Right.
So saying all that to say, thank you, everybody.
Everybody.
And the next 4 years will be even better.
Okay. That's great.
So I just want to thank everybody that voted for me. You know what I'm saying? Thank everybody, and I hope you still believe in me, because it's going to get better.
Right.
And I appreciate that. But my inauguration, my swearing in will be next Thursday
Next Thursday.
at 11 a.m. in front of the courthouse.
Okay.
So please come. We're going to have hot dogs and drinks for everybody. Just want to socialize with everybody, let everybody meet the deputies that's out there. You know, we're going to bring the deputies in and reserve officers, and we want everybody to meet and greet those guys.
Okay, great.
Because they are definitely part of this community, and they are definitely approachable.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We
Very
don't want.
important.
We don't want.
Very important.
The only time you see these guys is when they're coming out to arrest somebody or
Right.
hurt your loved ones, or you think they're coming to hurt them. We're not doing that.
Right, right.
You know, we're there for a reason, and we're there to get the job done as best we can and as polite as we can.
Right.
but we have to have a certain form of authority to let you know what we're doing to keep this community safe. So don't think that's a form of hate from us or whatever.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We're just here in the community doing our job.
Absolutely.
And we want everybody to know we're part of the community. We love everybody in the community, but we got to get the job done.
Got to get it done.
So please come out and enjoy that with me. It's going to be an honor for you to come out and for me to shake your hand personally and tell you thank you and to come out and meet and greet my guys.
Oh yeah, that's a long speech. Yeah, brother. Give you a round of applause. Man, yes, sir.
Hey, and I have to say, I have to thank everybody that's been part of my growth,
Right.
and being the sheriff.
Absolutely.
Because I listen. You know what I'm saying? And I want to make the best decisions for everybody in this community. And just want to thank everybody that's been part of my growth. And since Chief Frazier's here, I want to say thank you to him because he's always there, always got a listening ear. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And always helping out and always doing the things he do. But everybody still don't know he's also a deputy sheriff with
That's
us.
right.
So very important.
So we got to bring
I
him
see
in.
Joe done slid over from over here. I want to tell Joe, thank you for everything, Joe.
Thank you, Joe.
And you brought us some great news tonight, and you are a great person in this community.
Hey.
And really, really appreciate that. And we got to give him another round of applause.
All right. Before we get out of here with Joe forgot one thing.
What?
Hey, his shout outs.
Yes, shout out. Well, we'll call him back in for the shout out.
Okay,
yeah,
all right.
Yeah. We'll call Joe back in. He can think about the people he want to shout out to.
Yes, sir. He can't forget that one person, though.
Yeah, can't forget that one person. But we got Chief Frazier here.
We're going to give him a big round of applause. All right, Chief Frazier in the building, the revealer. Yes. We got the revealer in the building.
Chief Frazier, how you doing, brother?
I am super fine.
You super fine.
An old fella.
Listen to that. He's still a young man.
Yes, sir.
But you know, Chief, you had something very traumatic to happen to you this weekend.
Right.
And I know when I saw it, I called you. And, I was kind of upset, but I'm glad I did call you. And I wanted to get to the bottom of what was going on.
Right.
And we'll let Chief Frazier tell us what happened and what ended up happening.
Right.
Wait, before we get started, hold on. Now, let me tell you. So I got a call from Chief Frazier.
Right.
He was frantic, right?
Yeah.
Trying to get in touch with
Right.
Booty Rush or somebody at the station.
Right.
So I called and I found out nobody's broadcasting on Saturday.
Right, yeah.
So I told Frazier, I said, here's what you do. Go down to that same location where it was stolen from. Have somebody hold the camera in front of you and hit that go live button and make your appeal.
Right.
And so he called me back and said it had been done. So I went into the network and started sharing it with everybody,
Yeah,
right?
me too.
I think it was like maybe 20 minutes. He
Right.
had over 200 of them.
Right.
So he had some really good numbers, a lot of response.
numbers.
So yes, tell us the story, Chief.
That was great advice.
Great advice.
Smart advice.
Pat in the
Pat Wiley.
building. Pat.
Wiley.
Hey.
Well, the points you guys make are very good because, I became totally discombobulated.
Right.
And one of the reasons why is because I considered myself at fault.
Right.
And it's good for law enforcement people to listen to me now because when a person go through that kind of trauma, they are not themselves by the time
That's
they get to it.
That is so true.
You're right.
Yeah,
And,
that's so
and when
true.
the sheriff called me, he said, "You be sure you do a police report." Well, that was the farthest thing from my mind.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
And when you, Patrick, said, go back to the same spot, you guys was thinking rationally.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I was thinking about, oh man, I be darned.
Right.
And the negative in it was that I had made the error.
Right.
You know, I walked out after filming the most important video shot that I've done since I've been in this town.
Wow.
That's big.
And that was on the psychology of the failed T100 project.
Wow.
And I invited 65 people in to do that video setting, and 19 of them showed up.
Wow.
And we went deep into the root cause, the pros, the
Right.
cons. And I had that video camera loaded up.
Okay.
So when I walked out to my truck, I put some things, I was overloaded, number one. I
Right.
put some things into the truck but I put my camera and tripod onto the ground.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a young man with me. I was trying to deal with him too. And subconsciously and foolishly, I hopped in the truck and took off.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, about 5 or 6 minutes later, I sensed that I didn't have my equipment.
Right.
And it was out on that lot. And man, I don't have to tell you what I imagined.
What you say?
Because I turned around and I tried to call the guy who was still in the office. He was gone. I went back to the lot. The lot was clear.
It was gone. It was gone.
Now, at that point, I went through a mental change that I can't even explain.
Right.
Because I thought myself to be foolish
Right.
for doing it in the first place.
Right.
I thought that I'd never see it again.
Yes.
And I just decided, oh my God, this is terrible.
Right.
Yes.
And so I went through all of these changes. You guys chimed in, gave me some support. That eased the burden a little bit. But you know, I went home and my head was busting.
I bet it was. Yeah.
And my mind was way out there in nowhere land.
Right.
About how I had lost the most valuable video I had ever accumulated.
Wow.
And so I took it to the good Lord, man.
Yeah,
You know, Brother
yeah.
Craig Muhammad called me and told me to go to Google Earth, and I could go back to the lot and spot out and hopefully backtrack and find who had picked it up. But my imagination was that some trifling person, I imagine everything. I imagine little kids having it at home.
Playing with it.
You know, pushing all those buttons
Yeah.
trying to see
Yeah,
if
yeah.
this thing would work.
Right.
I imagine somebody, sheriff had mentioned the pawn shops, you know, and stuff. And I imagine somebody getting to the pawn shop before I got there, but I didn't have time to check and time was gone. And so I just said, look, you claim to be a man of faith. You go around preaching all of the time. If you have faith, you have no need to worry.
Right.
Yeah.
If you don't have faith, well, then you better start worrying.
That's right.
That's right. That's
So
right.
now,
That's right.
what did your grandma tell you? And I thought about what my grandmama said. And my grandmama always said, when you run into a situation that's bigger than you and you can't handle it, you take it to the Lord and leave it there.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Great advice.
Great
So
advice.
I started seriously wearing the good master out, you know, letting them know that I had made a mistake. But I had lived in a way that I ought to be worthy
Yes.
of this one.
So lift that camera back.
Yeah, and please bring my stuff back.
Right.
You know. Now, Patrick's idea paid off because I set my camera down at about 1:30. At 1:47, a young student from Tuskegee University started trying to find me on Facebook.
Okay.
Yeah.
My press pass was in the camera case,
Okay.
so my name was there.
Right.
He was searching for me on Facebook.
Okay.
He put in a friend's request. I'm so crazy, I'm not even paying any attention to no friend's request.
Right.
I'm just trying to get this information up to Facebook.
Absolutely.
And when I put it up there, I put a telephone number on it. And immediately that young man by the name of Alfred called my number
Alfred.
and left a message. I just found your camera.
Wow.
Please contact me at this number.
That's a blessing.
And it's a
Alright.
blessing. That's
That's a
right.
blessing.
So now I didn't get that though
Yeah.
until Sunday.
Right.
Okay.
All right. So now my wife came in and I made her sick too. because we have an excellent relationship, you know, we jive and talk about stuff all the time and go through changes. And she came in and say, "How are you doing?" I said, "Not so well." And she's all happy and everything. And she said, "What's wrong?" I said, "Well, I just lost my video camera and all my video
Wow.
and my tripod." That woman got sick.
Yeah.
I
Wow.
mean,
Wow.
she got a headache that carried her through the night. And after a while, you know, I told myself, look, you've taken it to the good Lord. You left it there. Now go on upstairs and get into bed and forget about it.
Right.
As much as you can. So I did that. Got up the next morning, got dressed, went to church. Came back, went into my computer, and here on my answering machine on this phone number that I put on the web is Alfred.
Wow.
And he's telling me that he has my camera. Now this young man, that young man brought me to tears, boy, when I saw him, because I say, where can I come and pick it up? He said, sir, you don't have to. I'll bring it to you.
Wow.
Now he brought the camera over to my house, and I'm sitting up there talking to this young man and looking at him and sensing that here's a real, true, honorable, honest, black young man with integrity, that when I went in those stores to check to see if they had cameras down on the Russell Plaza, people were saying, well, you can forget that. You know how these people are, you know.
Yeah.
And that stuff, it just pumped me up,
Right.
you know, and made me crazy.
Yeah.
You know.
It didn't help at all.
But then I'm standing up here looking at this young man, and I sit him up on the tailgate of my truck, and we sitting there talking, and I can barely talk, but I offer him a reward, and he's sitting up there trying not to take it.
Right.
Yeah.
I said, boy, you better take this cotton picking money.
Right,
you know.
right.
But then, you know, I finally encouraged him to take the money, got my stuff back, went to the good master, and thanked him 5 times in a row.
Wow.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
And the rest is history.
The rest is history. Hey, we got to give Alfred a round of applause, man.
Let's give him a big round of applause.
Let's give Alfred a round of applause. You know, that gives you hope around this world.
That's right.
Especially around this community, that somebody would do that, because normally you would think it's lost for good.
That's right.
You know, but that just gives everybody hope and lets you know what type of people we have in this community. So, Chief, that's a great story, man. And I'm really glad you had me concerned about your camera, because I know how you love your camera, and I know the great work you do with the camera. So I was thinking, God, who gonna film us now? Who gonna be? And I know, and I felt bad because I know how he felt as a friend. I know how he feel about his equipment. So I felt bad. I immediately got up and went and told my wife, Courtney, and she was like, "Wow, what can we do?"
Right.
Hey, we gotta wait and see what go on.
Right.
But I tell you what, somebody better bring that camera back. Yes. Okay, so I know, Chief, I appreciate that, and I know it's time for everybody to give shout-outs. You know, I got to say something to Facebook Live again. Greet the people on Facebook Live who kind of chimed in late. We got a Snoop Stinson. He says hi and Roll Tide. We ain't going to talk about that right now.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide, all right. Shaquita Don is watching. Hey, Shaquita. Jackie Austin Brooks. Dr. Brooks is watching. Hey, Doc,
Dr.
how
Brooks.
you doing? Doing a great job over at the Board of Education. Mary Hicks is watching. Hey, Mary. LaShonda Richardson. Hey, LaShonda. Freddie Cunningham out the woods is watching. Mary Upshaw. Hey to everybody. Thank you for joining Facebook Live. Adrian Taylor. Felicia Moss. Hey, how you doing, everybody? Brenda Long. Wesley McLean. Brenda Brown says, congrats, Sheriff, and thank you. Tina Reed says, hey, everybody. Travell Carter says, hey, Big Unc, how you doing, nephew? Alexis Borum says, great advice. And Marcus Walker just joined. Hey, Marcus, how you doing? We done already mentioned you over there with how we had lunch and what great things we got coming for the community. So, hey, Marcus and everybody here in Macon County, shout out to my family, my 3 daughters, and my son, my mom, my brother, sister-in-law, all my sister-in-laws, mother-in-law, and my wife, Courtney, over there. Just shout out to the family. Shout out to everybody in Macon County.
Who next?
And I'll do mine so I can move for Joe, but I want to give a shout-out to Alfred.
Alfred. Big shout out to Alfred.
And I want to give a shout-out to God above.
That's right.
And all of the people who loved me enough to pray for me and wore the good master out And I know he just got tired of prayers coming up there and say, okay, cool, just go on and call him, boy. So, my shout out go out to everybody who cared about me.
There you go. There you go.
Come on, let's bring Joe up.
All right,
Joe, go Joe.
Joe, let me give you good advice. Got to say shout out to the wife and family.
Yeah, Don't forget your wife.
Hey, that's great advice.
Well, I give a shout out to Shailene, who's watching us from Noonan, Georgia tonight. My daughter Abby from Nashville, Tennessee. So
there
I
you go.
brought your geography tonight. And I also want to give a shout out to the dedicated board members of the Macon County Economic Development Authority. They serve without pay.
Right.
They're tremendous volunteers.
Great.
And it's the most representative stakeholder group in Macon County that meets every month. And they're truly great people.
Great.
And I want to give a shout out to Karen Hopkins.
Karen Hopkins.
Yeah, got to give a shout out to Karen.
She's a treasure for our community.
Yeah. She
Karen,
did a
big
good
shouts out
thing.
to
Yeah,
Karen.
doing good stuff. Yeah.
Absolutely. Thank you, Karen.
I'm gonna give a shout out to Jordan, and I'm gonna give a shout out to my mother and my son up in Cincinnati. I think he's watching us tonight. So, what up, boy? Booty Rush.
Sheriff gave me a shout out.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
But I can go back again.
He gave him first. But I'd like to give a big shout out to the whole team here. Big shout out to all you guys. Joe Turner, the Reveal in the building. Shout out to everybody, man. Big shout out to my wife, my kids. I love you guys. Big shout out to you guys. Also want to give a big shout out to this team right here. 100.7 WBZ, the triple C's in the building. That's the communicator and the co-pilot and the connector. That's been our time. We love the show, man. Thank you, guys. Man, we had a very interesting show tonight, and we're going to continue every Thursday night. Don't forget about the Sheriff Report. It goes down.
It goes down.
We love y'all, Macon County, and we up out of here on this day, January the 10th, 2018. And also a big shout out to
Clipper Cut King. That's what I was trying to say.
And also, don't forget about DJ Goldie, Lenora.
Hey,
Big shouts out to her.
That's what I was trying to say, too.
That food we had last week was off the
Oh, it was
chain.
off the chain. Hey.
We appreciate that.
Booty Rush had 3 bowls, man.
Sure did. And if she came
Booty
again,
Rush.
I have me 3 more. We love y'all. We out. Peace.
There goes Motor City.